One of the things that I do with my LSAT students that's a little bit different is I have my students write out their own explanations for any questions they get wrong or have difficulty with. And sometimes a student will attempt to explain that an answer choice is wrong because it's outside the scope. And this phrase, I'm not sure where they picked it up. I think some of the published explanations out there by Kaplan and other prep companies will use this phrase as kind of a fallback. But in my opinion, it doesn't really get to the heart of the matter as to why an answer choice is wrong or why something is flawed about an argument. There are a million different ways that something could be outside the scope. And maybe it's beyond the degree of certainty that was discussed in the argument or supported by the argument, or it's outside of the category of things that was being discussed within the argument. And so you see, it doesn't really get to the real reason why an answer choice is wrong or why an argument is flawed. In order to truly understand where your thinking went wrong, you have to go deeper. When you're analyzing a question, you have to really look at what was tempting about the wrong answer choice that made it wrong, what was discouraging about the right answer choice that pushed you away from it. And you have to identify the patterns in the mistakes that you're personally making. But if you just label everything as out of scope, you're not really going to understand specifically what's giving you trouble. So I encourage you to go into more depth with this. One thing I've tried to do with my LSAT explanations as I've gone through all 5 answer choices, I've explained in depth why the wrong choices are wrong, why the right choices are right, and what is tempting or discouraging about each of them as well. I never fall back on casual phrases like out of scope that don't really get into the depth. So I'll link to those below if you're looking for ideas of what I mean by this. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I love hearing from students. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best. Take care.